Vallas offered to identify schools where first graders would have trouble reading, but we found one on our own. Sarah T. Reed Elementary School looks just like Fannie C. Williams, a group of trailers out in East New Orleans that opened just this year. Reed's test scores are the same. 29% of their fourth graders passed the state test. But unlike Fannie C. Williams, Reed was overwhelmed by an unexpected influx of families returning to the city.
The district had anticipated that I would have 125 kids. I ended up with 400 students.
As enrollment swelled, first-year principal Daphne Burnett had to find teachers wherever she could. 3/4 of her teachers are rookies.
Is that your choice?
No, it was not.
Okay, we're going to start at the first word at the top. Put your finger on the first word. That word is almost. Almost. A-L-M.
Nicole Tate was hired late, well into the fall semester, to teach the growing number of first graders.
Next word, does.
Does. D-O-E-S. Does.
Tate is in her first year of teaching after an 18-year career in the military.
I didn't think I can teach the children to read. I never had anybody say, okay, Miss Tate, you're doing this wrong, but let me show you how to do it. Nobody never came, so I had to figure it out on my own. And I was like, maybe if I let them read and they hear themselves read, they'll be better readers. So that's what I started doing.
Home too.
Very good.
She let me take over the class, just as I had done at Banneker and Fannie C. Williams.
All right, who wants to read this one? Oh, how about this little boy in the red shirt? Yes. Okay.
The purple pancake ate the fish. The pancake's not alive and it can't eat.
What? You don't like that story?
No.
While a few students were quick to respond, most struggled.
Go try it.
Eat.
There's a "w" sound. And you put it. Whale.
Just as I had done at the other schools, I chose some children at random and asked them to read from Nate the Great.
We sit down, lights, head.
Let's get this word. Do the first part.
Little.
Little.
It.
It.
One.
It was.
A. Cow.
No, it's an H sound.
Tight.
Yeah, it's a hard word. Across the hall, another first grade class has had a substitute teacher since February, when the previous teacher was fired.
We had a lot of subs in 2 of our first grade classes.
With all the changes, the influx of kids, having to get rid of a teacher, a substitute, what have your first graders lost this year?
When you look at younger kids, out of anything they could have lost, it was the opportunity to have a stable learning environment. You know, some of them, this is their first time going to school because Katrina hit.
Okay, boys and girls.
Reading specialists are assigned to every elementary school, but Burnett says she does not have enough.
We have asked for help. There's a shortage of paraeducators and teachers in those subject areas in which we need them in.
Burnett says Reed is also short on materials to help struggling readers.
We've been pretty good. The majority of the schools received the supplies they needed, and, you know, you're not going to snap your fingers, and everybody's going to be thoroughly trained in all the interventions that they need to be thoroughly trained in. Sometimes it takes 2 to 3 years.
Will that be too late for the kids at Reed? Research studies indicate that children who fall behind in reading in first grade have only a 1 in 8 chance of catching up.
The game plan is to get the kids up to grade level, and to get the kids up to grade level at an accelerated pace. I mean, that's why schools are going to run till 4:30. That's why kids are going to spend 3 hours a day on reading, and sometimes 2 hours a day on math. That's why kids are going to be in school 11 months.
Paul Vallas harbors no illusions about the challenges ahead.
I say that we're like at base camp, preparing to climb Mount Everest. The only difference is last year we weren't even in the Himalayas.
John's next report focuses on the schools in Washington, D.C. And this summer, John will report on how both districts fared after their first year of big changes.